says we're live.
Yeah, lies.
Oh, it changed colors.
You like to support the Blanket Fort in our continued travels to bring you new and interesting anthologies. Donate here. Um, donate here. I normally hold up the King Harv's poster we made. However, God bless King Harv's. They sent us a restock of coffee. They sent us 6 bags of coffee, so I'm thinking about 2 days. This one's mine, by the way. So, King Harv's, God bless him. Thank you, David, for he sent us coffee and a very nice note.
Yes.
Thank you, David. We very much appreciate this. Thank you very much. We got a Myanmar, which probably go in the gym.
Yeah.
We had a Category 5 Hurricane, our friend Ian's favorite coffee. That one's coming to me. Neptune, Kenya, again. I'm probably, don't go anywhere. I'm probably going to hang on to Kenya because I love African coffees. African coffees are Robusto rather than Arabica. Robusto. Anyway, they have a different, much different flavor for me. Costa Rica and Dominican Republic. Again, David, we can't thank you enough. Thank you very much. God bless you for keeping our brain squirrels medicated.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
It's good coffee, folks.
It's excellent coffee. It's really good coffee.
And we do have our own blend,
Yes.
which started as a joke.
And enough of y'all bought it that it's a regular offering now.
Yeah.
Also, the hey Sanford. Also, King Harv's is putting out is going to be making a special blend for the coffee anthology.
Yeah.
Which should be interesting. Yeah. King Harv's, God bless them. Good folks.
Yeah.
Good company. You should probably buy coffee from them.
We do.
Yeah. Well, they just sent us 6 baggies of it.
Well, I'm talking about me and you.
Okay, so news. Just got back from Imaginarium. Mike and John are still coming back from Imaginarium. Got a bit of a surprise. Knew I was up for best short story collection.
Yeah.
I won it. It's the Law Dog Files. I won best short story collection. What I did not expect and what I did not know was that Imaginarium has an award for the best small publisher. The small publisher, it goes up above and beyond and helps out. And we were awarded the Sizemore Award for best small publisher. And
Well
unfortunately, we had left and had gone over to IHOP because we were exhausted. We were going to get a bite to eat. It's IHOP, for God's sake. It was right next door, literally, there. All right.
You did not listen to what I said last year.
I forgot what you said last year. So we went to IHOP because quick. We got our panel. We were all exhausted. We were stagger next door, get something to snack on, and come back for the award ceremony. Hour and a half later, I go running across the street because we had heard 2 screaming matches out of the kitchen, and there had been 1 fist fight in the dining area. IHOP, learn from Waffle House. Okay, learn from Waffle House. They could teach you a thing or two about fight management.
You needed the unarmed combat course.
Waffle House unarmed pancake. Yeah. So I went running back over, and I thought Hillbilly from Three Ravens very graciously accepted the award on our behalf. Thank you, Hillbilly. We appreciate that. He handed it to me, and I thought it was the award. I thought it was the best short fiction award. So I took my tired butt outside, got in the car, and we were about to head to our friend's house. I got a text from Hillbilly. Where'd you go? I said, I don't need to be there. He said, yeah, you do. You're up. You're coming up for I said, I already have it. He said, no, you don't. You've got the best small publisher. Like, oh, crap. Turned around, did an illegal UE, come back. So yeah, we got best small publisher, which quite honestly, I'm thrilled about.
Yeah.
I'm really thrilled about.
Well, as long as we're on the subject of awards, you got another award. I didn't check it for explosives or detonators. It's from Kermit, left to give to you to open on the live stream.
Crap. Should I blow it in place? Okay. All right.
I don't
let's
want to
see
hear about your sex life.
here. Let's see here. Is Kermit on here?
Yes, they're on
okay.
there.
Hello, Kermit. I am too tired for surprises. I'm just gonna let you know. Oh, Kim lights. Sweet. We can always use Kim lights. Hell yes, Kim lights. Thank you.
Look at how old they are.
I don't care. Kim lights are good for ages. Hell yes, Kim lights. Hell yeah. Thank you. This is much appreciated. Kim lights are always appreciated. Kim lights are great for so many things. We have a key to the house. Our windows are a little high off the floor, or off the ground, and we are painted things with stickers and
Yeah.
thorns in front of them. So in the bed we have a key to the front door that's on a snap link, and there's a Kim light in there. So if we have issues, if we have to call the cops after we bunker up in the bedroom, we'll snap the key to the Kim light, break the Kim light, throw it out the window so the cops can find it in the grass.
Yeah.
Because I am iffy at cutting grass. So thank you, Kermit. This is very much appreciated.
Have a good day, Chris. Thanks for coming by.
So bunker up in the bedroom is what you kids are calling it these days?
Yeah. There's a PCC carbine at 5.56. We're behind the bed waiting. If you're dumb enough to come in the house, we'll call 911, and then and the cops can come in after you. Or you can come in the bedroom, we'll shoot you full of holes. Either way, it's all good.
I haven't seen a laundry pen like that in a long time.
Right?
Kermit swears he's never been in the military, so that must have come from Differ.
Must have.
Yeah.
Must have. And the tweenies, no, that's
Well, her kids are big, but I don't think they're big enough for that big a diaper.
the great thing about small dogs is small dogs are below the line of fire, and ours are smart enough that they'll just bark from the bed. But if they decide to take off and hit somebody at the ankles, I don't have to worry about hitting them in the line of fire. But if somebody decides to come in and locks the door behind them,
Yeah.
they'll come in the back door. Just Kim light there's a key on a snap link on the squirrel stick, snap the squirrel stick, throw it outside. Cops can find it in the grass.
Yeah, Don, you do have a point. 90 pounds of personality, 9 pounds of dog. Yeah, that's what they are, Tom. Speaking of guns,
Uh-oh, that's a hell of a non sequitur.
no, you brought it up.
Oh, shit, I did.
You
Shooting
mentioned
people.
what you kept in the bedroom.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Peter over at Bayou Renaissance Man has a video up on his blog today about dispelling myths of guns in movies. And it's actually very well done.
We need to get with Bill about the writers' retreat up at
Yeah.
Mead Hall.
But it's very well done. I only had one minor quibble with it. He does talk about silencers / suppressors. And he says the bullets always make a crack. Not true. There are subsonic munitions.
So hypersonic, supersonic bullets make crack.
Yeah.
Subsonics do not make a crack because the crack is breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah. And you have been there and have shot and have seen me shoot the M24 with a suppressor with subsonic
Yeah,
ammunition.
with 220 grain subsonic. Yeah.
And it is very quiet by comparison. Other than that, it's a good little 15-minute video on all the things that they do wrong in movies, which is actually what got me started writing because I was so pissed off and tired of perfect characters and all the bullshit surrounding guns.
You talk about things like you shoot the barrel from 10 miles away with a 22 and it blows up half the building?
Yes, among other things. Simon Whistler. Yes,
Who's Sound Whistler?
he's the guy that did the video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Jesse. Uh,
For our friends who live in Oklahoma, I'm very fond of you. We love our very dear friends in Oklahoma, but y'all need to do something about your fucking toll roads. I need
bounce,
these
bounce,
feelings.
bounce,
I need
bounce,
these feelings.
bounce,
So spoke everyone that ever drove across Oklahoma, including all the Oklahomans.
We hit 44 coming out of Missouri until we got to Texas, until we got to Wichita Falls. We were on 44.
Yeah.
And holy gods, y'all toll roads suck.
Now,
Well, you
44 is not bad once you get to OKC.
Yeah, when it goes to state maintenance,
Well,
your state maintained toll road shouldn't be in better shape than your private toll road. Huh? It's like we're losing fenders. What the hell?
Yeah.
We go through with a wrench set and tighten every fastener on Rita's car.
Pennsylvania Turnpike. Yes, I will agree. Having driven that piece of shit.
and it's still a turnpike after all these years is the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought once they got the Oxtron wagons off of it, they'd have.
Yeah. Remember when they were writing tickets based on your departure and arrival at the toll gates
Yeah.
until they got sued? Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming back.
Yeah.
That's coming. California's bringing that back.
Oh, they're trying.
California, since they now have the GPSing on the toll, you drive under and it automatically takes a picture of your plate, and people don't realize it goes into AFIS.
Yep.
Not AFIS.
Yeah, it is APHIS.
No, AFIS is fingerprints.
Oh, shit.
The equivalent agency.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well, no, it's not an agency. It's private. There's a private company that buys all license Alpers.
Yeah.
License plate readers. Well, they're buying the license plate reader data that they're getting from California toll roads, and there are officers with the app from this private company, and what they're doing is they're looking at this. When your plate was spotted at this one, minus when it was spotted at this one, gives you average time.
Yeah.
Which gives you average speed.
Yeah.
And there's also something that I had a hissy fit over, was this same, and I've seen one of my corporals doing it. He called up a license plate on a vehicle he stopped, and went to this app and checked Alpers, and found out where they'd been. Then when he was up talking to them, he asked them where they'd been, and they said something that didn't match the plate locations where it had been read by Alpers.
Yeah.
So he used that as probable cause for a search of the vehicle.
Okay. This is.
Do not fucking like.
One of the things I hate is when I get stopped by a cop. Well, where you been?
Yeah.
Because it's not social chit chat. It's trying to find evidence on
Yeah.
you.
Oh, yeah.
And he has no legal reason to know where I have been.
Nope.
Sheriff tried to call you yesterday. Tried to call me. Why would the sheriff in Colorado call me?
I don't know.
Don said he tried to call me yesterday, or you maybe tried to call you.
I don't know. One of us.
Don, you might want to clarify that.
Yeah.
Which
No,
one I'm going to be on?
Oh, writing by the public defender. Oh, carry on. Okay. Yeah, Alpers, automatic license plate readers. There's
Yeah.
a couple of private companies that buy all the toll road Alpers and information gathered.
Yeah.
And all the number of agencies that have gone to Alpers on the major highways and on cars.
Oh, yeah.
They're buying all this information. They're making it for you pay for this app.
Yeah.
And there's officers with this app, and it pisses me off to no end.
I don't like this, even ignoring government agencies.
Yeah.
I don't want my boss or my wife to be able to track my car to the titty bar last night.
Yeah.
I mean, not that I'd ever go, but that's beside the.
It's not a business.
Not
It's
since
not a
I was a
business.
teenager.
And the thing about
I got
Alpers,
better at home.
thing about
No comment.
Alpers, to not have a geofence when you're running it through the software, to not geofence it is
Yeah.
more complicated than to geofence it. So if you're in California, every time you're on moving police vehicles,
Yeah.
they GPS a coordinate of what time, where that plate was read.
Yep.
So if, I don't know, Governor Navin Newsom decides that the corona gonorrhea hepatitis is bad enough that everybody needs to lock down, he'll be able to access that and see where you've been.
Yeah.
I don't like this. I do not like this at all.
Not touching that with a 10-foot pole, Cedar. That's TMI between y'all.
Not one here. Go down to the Metroplex.
Yeah.
Don't go to one here. Just don't.
Yeah.
Having had to do official walkthroughs, don't go to the ones here.
No.
Let me guess. She said she'd go with me.
Speaking of California, they are once again playing with the numbers on violence.
No.
Yeah.
My shocked face. Let me show you it.
Yes, Oakland is reporting 2024 numbers against 2023
Okay.
and saying, "Oh, we have so much less violence this year."
Well, it's got less of the year.
Ding. Yes.
The first 6 months of the year, consider
That's
all 12 of
not-
last year.
Not what they're saying. Yeah, they're doing 6 months versus 12 months and saying we have less violence. You look at it month to month, it's actually about 20% higher.
No.
Yeah. And of course, more companies are bailing out of California, left, right, and sideways. The latest are Twitter and SpaceX.
Yes.
Oh, so
Over that latest
our
law.
exes are in Texas now.
Yeah.
All those X's have moved to Texas.
Yep.
And also, we are apparently, hide the children. We're apparently out with the knee pad. We're out with the P pads,
Yeah.
in with the knee pads.
Yep. Yeah, they're also, that's a good point, Raptor. Issuing red flag orders against people who do not live, have not lived, and have never set foot in California.
They're
Yes.
doing what? They
Issuing
can't
red
do
flag.
that.
They are.
You can't issue a red flag order for another state.
They are.
How?
If you show up in the state, your ass is arrested.
Well, considering that I can't see any of us ever going to California for any reason.
Well, I have to go
You
because
do.
that's where the
come to think
kids.
of it. Well, write us and let us know what the San Quentin is like.
You can't.
Pat, put them up on Amazon.
What's that?
Pat wants to know where to put the Racketeer Press reviews.
Amazon's the best place to put them.
Yeah.
Thank you, Papa Pat. We appreciate those. We really do. Those reviews are priceless. Thank you very much.
For those of you that don't know Pat, Pat's a longtime friend of ours, blog reader, has a blog, doesn't post enough, out of Georgia.
Papa Pat Rambles.
Yeah,
Oh, he wants
Papa
to
Pat
social
rambles.
media. Pat, KFC to Magic Elf Box. Work Magic Elf Box. That's my. We can. Cedar can get it sorted.
But Pat gives us honest reviews,
Oh yeah.
and that is always appreciated. Very much so.
Sometimes they're a little strange reviews.
With the reviews.
Pat's another old fart like we are, so our minds don't work like normal people.
And he's got a sick sense of humor just like the rest of us.
Yep.
So we were the Imaginarium convention this weekend, and it's a decent little convention. It's a little convention, and it's an amateur convention. You can tell.
Yeah.
There are several local presses there. It's a decent little, as long as you understand it's an small amateur convention. It's a decent little convention. Hell, they awarded us best small publisher. I'll take it. Next year, I don't know that we'll be there.
Yeah.
Writers Cantina is either the weekend before or the weekend after Imaginarium, and Rita and I have discovered that we're not good for back-to-back convention trips.
Yeah.
We are not good for those.
And you were laughing at me.
No, I was laughing in sympathy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yes, we did get our LibertyCon
Yep,
membership.
we all have our LibertyCon memberships. But if you're Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, in that area, Imaginarium's not a bad con to go to if you're interested. It's a squirrely little con.
Yeah.
It's a good networking con. The panels are hit or miss, but it's a great networking con. It really is.
Yeah, LibertyCon did take a while to sell out this year.
No, that's easily understandable. The first 200 or first 750 sold out in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
That's your core 750 group.
Yeah.
Everybody got theirs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, LibertyCon used to be a 750 person convention. So they sold 750 in the first 20 minutes. That's the core group.
Yeah.
And then they took about 24 hours for the last 250. That's a decent little.
Yeah.
Squirrely little con. It's a squirrely little con. Yeah, but it's we got it. The great thing about the last 250 taking 24 hours is I would manage to get tickets for folks that I've needed to be there. They managed to get tickets and in previous years would not have happened. But this year, like Janet and Dave Spalding are going to be there.
Yeah.
Speaking of squirrely cons, did you hear about the WorldCon thing?
Yes.
377 votes got disallowed because they decided that they was evidence of them being bot votes.
10% of the votes were discovered to have been first they were discovered being issued by or voted on by folks with a last name, for instance, Jones, A Jones, and then B Jones, and then C Jones, then D Jones, E Jones, F Jones. They were sequential. Then there were sequential numbers.
Yeah.
And then they got some confidential information that somebody, a sponsor who WorldCon will not divulge the name of, a sponsor paid $20,000.
Can we say tour?
I don't know, but they refunded ticket money to anybody who voted the way they asked them to.
Ha! That sure sounds like tour.
I don't know. I can't say yes or no. Because WorldCon won't. Everybody.
There's no clarity.
Everybody, you need to, every time somebody posts something like this, ask what the name of the sponsor was. The name of the sponsor buying votes, that name needs to be out.
Well, my thing about it is, despite the sponsor buying votes, which I certainly believe that, despite the sequential A Jones, B Jones, C Jones, which I can certainly believe because the sponsor buying jokes is run by stupid people.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, when I see that something like that has happened at WorldCon, I don't know whether they were actually bought votes or whether WorldCon decided that it was somebody that they didn't like getting voted in again. You know, I don't trust the WorldCon committee.
Yeah.
I don't think that they're an honest person on there.
Well,
No.
we know the one that was honest is gone. Hey,
Yeah,
Todd,
right.
welcome.
That's something else. Ben Yeller.
Sir Brass, that may be true. However, what California is doing with the red flag order is putting it in NICS, which means once it's in NICS, regardless of where you are, if you try to buy a gun, you're going to come up denied in NICS.
Well, that's normal. Yeah, that's normal. Anyway, Ben Yallow. Apparently, Ben Yallow, who is a kind and decent man, he is the Library of Alexandria when it comes to science fiction, fantasy fandom. He was there during the Golden Age. the Worldcon in Glasgow saw fit after telling him that he could show up, and he got ready to go, got all his tickets bought and everything. Told him he could not enter. Could not be at Worldcon. They barred him, banned him for Worldcon. I got issues with that. I have major issues with that.
Yeah.
I have major issues with that. Ben doesn't deserve that. Ben does not deserve that at all.
No, they don't deserve Ben. You're right,
No,
Jesse.
they do not. That was bullshit.
Hey,
And the
Sarah, glad you made it.
the
Glad
thing-
you made it home.
The thing is Ben was co-con chair or something, and in the Worldcon rules and regulations, I don't know what it's called, whatever the hell,
Bylaws.
bylaws. Worldcon bylaws say because the Hugos, while they're hosted at Worldcon, are not part of Worldcon. They're hosted there, and there's a separate committee. The whole separate schmeal goes on for Hugos. It's entirely separate to Worldcon. And in Worldcon's bylaws, it says that the con committee will not, shall not, do not ever influence the votes.
Yeah.
So those bastards decided that because Ben was con chair, that he obviously had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I got issues with that.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that were wrong.
So they,
Yeah, Sarah, I saw your video about the spinning funnel cloud.
what? Oh,
On her ride home, they got a
Oh,
spinning
wow.
funnel cloud
oh wow.
and got it on video. It's like, okay. At
Well-
least it didn't chase you down the road.
Well, now you're a Southerner
Yeah.
because that's a redneck thing to do. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to take a video of this funnel cloud. If that ain't redneck, I don't know what is.
Redneck is when you go outside and you turn so you go take a selfie with a funnel cloud.
Yes, seen people do that. Idiots.
I would never do that. I don't take selfies.
I love the videos or pictures, and everybody goes, "Oh, that's fake." No, it's not.
Yeah.
I live in Texas.
Yeah.
Of a guy with a beer and a grill, flipping a patty or a steak or something on the grill with a funnel in the background.
Oh, yeah.
No, I absolutely believe that.
It's over there. It ain't over here. It don't matter.
Yeah, and they always go find the dumbest person to put on camera with the weather bin.
Where I was.
Yeah. They never talk to anybody that's smart because the people that are smart know what's going on and would tell you the truth. Whereas the ones that they end up interviewing usually have no clue because of what they've been smoking, drinking, or otherwise involved with. Yeah.
And they always get the ones with the accents that are so hilarious just by themselves.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Where I was.
Yeah.
Here come the twister. I said, Grandma, we're about to lose the trailer park.
Yeah.
Um,
The guy mowing the lawn. Yeah, Todd, that was good.
I don't know why they've been after Ben, other than the fact that he refuses to gang up on anyone. He just likes fandom. He likes science fiction. He refuses to unperson or scream Nazi
Well-
to somebody else.
Ben has never said what his politics are.
Nope.
One.
Nope.
Even in private. Two, Ben always plays it straight. Three, he left New York and moved to Texas.
If you there's a
So he immediately became a tainted person.
there's a fandom Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I forget what it's called, but Ben is famous. So on this fandom, who's who in fandom, they've got the Ben's entry. The very last part says something along the lines of, this is not a direct quote, but this is that in 2015 or whenever
Yeah.
he moved, to the shock of most of fandom in X year, Ben moved to Texas.
Yeah.
We adore Ben.
Yeah.
Texas adores Ben. Ben is just good people.
Which means he'll never be welcome at Worldcon again.
No.
If I were Ben, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go to Worldcon.
Yeah, differs. Yeah, there it was when that alien tunnel come down and stole my trailer, and I ain't paid part of it off.
Grandma,
Yeah.
there's Brenda. There's a funnel coming. Put in your teeth
Brenda,
and your bra. Teeth and bra, Brenda. Teeth and bra.
and pants. Don't forget pants.
I've seen some after action videos from the pants are optional.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, more ways than one.
Woo.
If your belt buckle weighs more than 3 pounds, you might be a redneck.
Hey,
Obviously, you do not understand rodeo belt buckle, Raptor.
or just belt buckles in personal.
Uh,
Belt buckles in person. I mean, in general, it's belt buckle in Texas. Belt buckles. They're half of the awards. I didn't get a trophy out of belt buckle here in
Yeah.
Texas, and I don't mind it. I've got a little velvet box thing that's got all the belt buckles I've worn in it.
Yeah.
I've worn in it.
Well, the nice thing is you got a good heavy belt buckle at the end of the belt. It makes it a good ersatz weapon.
yeah,
Now, I don't wear them anymore because having 5 pounds of Mexican silver.
Yeah.
You just, ouch.
yeah, Tom, 300-pound, 4-foot tall trailer park mama. With a beehive hairdo, yes.
Here comes the nader.
What I don't understand is why you never hear about somebody whose life was saved by the size of their belt buckle because it stopped the bullet.
Oh, I've written reports on that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying you don't hear about it. You hear about the Bible or whatever. But you never hear about the belt buckles.
well, those belt buckles are not just for guys. There are girls.
Oh, have you seen some barrel riders? Have you seen barrel rider buckles?
Yeah,
Holy gods. Holy crap. I saw, let's see, here in Wichita at the ranch rodeo,
Yeah.
the ranch roundup at one time, they had one of the traveling barrel rider circuits came through. Those girls, those girls are good on a
Yeah.
horse. And the friggin' belt buckle the winner got was the size of a silver dinner platter.
Yeah.
The service, it's like,
Put handles on the back of it. You can use it as a shield.
yeah.
no kidding.
Buckle was heavy enough to keep the tornado away. Yeah.
If you're a barrel rider, you're not real big to begin
Yeah.
with, and then you've got a platter-sized belt buckle. It's like, child, where are you? Where'd you go?
Yeah, Don, you've ridden barrel racing. You know exactly what we're talking about. Have used their belts as a flail. Yeah. It's a hell of a weapon.
What I like is ladies breakaway roping.
Yeah.
Woo! Those gals are they can sling. They can sling a loop with the best of them.
Yeah. And the team roping.
Have the ladies started doing team roping yet? I don't think.
Yeah.
I saw the last roundup, which we tend to go to. I saw first time ever watching ladies breakaway roping, and those girls are good.
Yeah.
Holy crap! They're hands. They make hands.
Mutton busting.
Mutton busting. Cat Hell.
Yeah.
Cat Hell's little boy, did his first mutton busting a couple weeks ago. And she sent video. That was funny.
Yeah, Don. Stop touching me gains emphasis with a firm application of Montana Silversmith.
Montana Silversmith makes damn fine Western jewelry and heavy to boot.
Yeah. And it can get a very sharp edge on it, too.
Yeah, it can. Mutton busting is just and listening to the coasties losing their minds.
Yeah.
The West Coast and left coast
Yeah.
lose their mind. Stick a kid on a sheep, go, and they lose their minds. Those kids don't get hurt.
Yeah. And Bubba lasted 2 bounces.
Yeah, he did. That was his first time.
And they've been doing this for at least 60 years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, at least 100.
Well, I can remember 60.
Yeah.
The first one I saw had a kid, had a little wee Sprague, and he had his big brother's
Yeah.
Pee Wee helmet on.
Yeah.
And he had a belt, and he had a pillow in the front, pillow in the back, and a belt around it to hold the
Yeah.
pillows there. And he had hands and toe holds in that sheep's fur. And when he won it and getting him loose, his
Yeah.
daddy picking him up was lifting the sheep because that kid was not turning loose.
First time I ever saw it, the kid must have borrowed his older brother's hat.
Yeah.
big old cowboy hat, and the first jump, the hat went down around the kid's chin. I mean, still on him, just down a little lower past the ears. And he stayed on pretty good for not being able to see.
And
Jeff, the only reason Snoop Dogg would carry that torch is to light a bunt.
yeah.
Yeah.
The mutton busting, the sheep aren't running that fast. They're not that high off the ground. And it's arena dirt, guys.
Yeah.
The kids aren't. Now, I'm not going to say there's no way the kids can get hurt because, but there are enough daddies and uncles and general cowboys. If you look out in the arena, there are more folks just idly standing by in the dirt than there are for anything else.
Waiting to grab the kids.
Yeah, those kids are safe.
Yeah.
And kids bounce. I mean,
Kids bounce.
If Jim falls down, goes boom, we call an ambulance.
What the first thing we do is call Kelly Grayson. Kelly, holy shit! The kids, you dust them off.
Well,
Quit crying. You're fine.
I always, when a kid fell down, I always went ta-da, which we got one of the kids to say ta-da.
Yeah, their bones are mostly still cartilage. Yeah.
The friend of ours, Charlie Johnson, been a doctor for ages, and he told me one time the kids he's delivered, he said half the time he breaks his shoulder on purpose to get the kid up. And I asked him, is that okay? He said, with a child, if you have the bone ends in the same room, they'll be fine.
Yeah. They get scooped up and handed over the fence to somebody.
And most of them are so excited. And most ranch families, they're not going to stick a kid on a sheep that doesn't want to do it.
No.
Every ranch family I know, we're not idiots. Ranch families are not idiots. If you got a kid that doesn't want to do it, they're not going to force them to do it. Most of the kids have watched their elder brothers and classmates do it. They want to. Yeah. When can I do it?
Well, that matter, you're more likely to find a parent trying to talk a kid not into doing it than you are.
Especially if you married somebody from California.
Why?
Thank you for doing that, Padre.
What's that? Playing that role for my nephew. But mutton busting, I was so thrilled when Kat sent us the video of Bo on his first mutton busting. That was
RK, that does not surprise
nephew
me.
fell off horse, broke arm. 2 weeks later, he fell off and broke his other arm. Mom caught him on the same horse a week later. Ranch kids.
Yeah.
Farm kids, it's trees.
Yeah.
Or the cow.
Yeah.
You choose your cows carefully, and they don't fuck that much.
Did you hurt the ground? Yeah, the mutton busting is because there were folks. They had some ABC or NBC or CNN or some bunch of jackasses had PETA had something about mutton busting and how it was.
Oh, that was PMS NBC.
Was it?
Yeah.
And it's like, Jesus Christ, just let it alone. Just let it alone.
If they saw what farm and ranch kids do when they're not in a competition.
Yeah.
That mutton busting is the safest things those little brats get up to. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
And the kids don't think anything about it. Their parents are getting gray hair earlier.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was so thrilled the Cat sent that because that was just, it was adorable. It was adorable. I have fallen off or been thrown off enough horses, but I was back in my 20s.
Yeah.
I feel it now.
Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, I didn't seriously break anything.
Yeah.
Of course, I was in judo at the time and it was just extra, fall training. Now, these days, Rita was laughing at me. We were staying with friends, and she was laughing at me because it's out in the Kentucky country, so it's quiet, except for that goddamn peacock. It's quiet. So I rolled out of bed that first day, and she could hear the firecrackers going off from my hips and spine. She was laughing.
I like the fact that you said when you were in 20s and getting thrown off horses that you never seriously broke anything, because that means that there were some that were humorously broken.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Ow, Greg. L1, really?
Oh,
Damn.
first lumbar is a nasty one to break.
Yeah.
Fell off a bunch
Any of the
broke
lumbars are
in the
nasty one
basement.
to break.
Oh, and the thing about it, as long as you half the time when you get thrown
Yeah.
off a horse, you're landing in soft dirt or brush.
I just remember the friggin' horse looking down at me going, "What happened to you?"
The hell, we got stuff to do. Get up.
Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
There's so they're out in the country. They're lovely out in the country in a lovely little place, and a farm. A neighbor, which this is the country, and neighbors. You would think, as far away as that was, they have a peacock to protect their alpacas.
Yeah.
Not sure that's the right way to go. Anyway, the peacock decided we had the windows up because it was 62 degrees and it was a lovely breeze. So here I am, 2:00 in the morning. My bladder's going, "Hey, Scooter, wake up." So I am halfway between asleep and awake. And that damn drag chicken went off. And I stood up straight in bed screaming, "Peacocks in the wire, peacocks in the wire."
Yeah, Dawn, we know how flat and hard the ground is out at your place.
Still, learn how to land. You're going to be fine.
Yeah.
I did narrowly miss some jumping cholla one time, and I'm here to tell you, you do not want to land in jumping cholla. Just don't.
No. You also don't want to land in nettles,
No.
of which West Texas has a bunch of them.
Blackberry bushes ain't no fun neither.
Nope.
No.
Well, hell, mesquite thickets are just don't.
Oh, damn, Greg. How does anybody get any sleep down there? Yeah,
Peacocks in the wire. Peacocks in the wire.
don't fall off a sloped roof. Yeah. Good point,
Shit.
Jeff.
So,
Speaking of sloped roofs.
So I'd like to point out that if your guns have been miraculously recovered from your nasty boating accident, be sure to put ramps to the doors into your house to keep your dogs safe, because apparently feds can't get on sloped roofs.
Yeah. Cheadle apparently has resigned as
Yep,
of
so I
this
heard.
morning. So
Should have done that as soon as the
Yeah.
reports crossed her desk.
Well, the question now is, where will she be in 6 months?
And
Because-
executive of a major corporation.
Yeah.
Back at Pepsi.
Yeah.
And she might be a Coke this time.
Dan, they will never make her do a perp walk because she would have to answer questions or would answer questions.
The hell of the thing. I hate to say this because I hate the bimbo, but AOC was tearing her a whole new
Yeah.
asshole. It was
That's surprising.
glorious. Glorious.
If Trump wins, she'll be Arkansas before the inauguration. Yeah. Well, her sponsor's gone too. Yeah. That's a good point. Speaking of sponsorship, Kamala has managed to raise another $80 million as the nominee officially.
Out with the pee pads, in with the knee pads.
Yeah. So what she's done is she now has effective control of $170 million worth of ad buy, campaign money. That's the way she's going to stay on the ticket.
Well,
Well, as president of the United States next week, it's sort of a shoo-in for her to be on the ticket.
well, I would like somebody to check.
I do not see the DNC making her the president with the shortest amount of time in office.
Yeah.
I would like somebody to check my history because I believe this is the first time we have two presidential nominees who have both taken shots to the face.
Yeah, really. What would Kamala do for a Klondike bar?
Who would Kamala do for a Klondike bar?
No, what is more accurate?
Yeah.
You've been to Tijuana. You know about donkey shows.
Yeah. Yeah, Greg, it's probably laundering.
That is awful. I'm going to use it, Ian. Please do. It is my gift to the world.
The other thing that's interesting is no U.S. government official met Netanyahu when he came in.
Well, no Democrat, apparently. I'm hoping some of the Republicans showed up. No? Shit.
No U.S. government official met him. Kamala didn't meet him. Blinken didn't meet him. They didn't even send anybody from the State Department.
Wow.
And now Kamala is saying she will not preside over the Senate while he's there to give his speech.
There's
as a
that.
foreign government. They would treat Putin. Have to treat Putin better.
They've treated Putin better.
Yeah. And she's supposedly married to a Jew. How is this, quote unquote, helping our relationship with Israel?
Well,
that
how
matter,
is
not helping our relationship with the people that want to kill Israel either?
I seem to remember the whole Biden Harris thing was statesmanship is back in office.
Yeah.
Not sure this is statesmanship.
Yeah. Oh, good one, AJ. She chooses California governors and running mate Blusom and Newsom.
Newsom's from California too. You can't. Both candidates cannot be from the same state.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can.
For the same. No, that's.
They don't do it because there's no benefit,
Hang on,
but it's not illegal.
I'm going to have to check that.
They usually want someone from both coasts, so that or from somebody from the middle, so that you pick up votes from a different region. Although I've never really understood the people who vote that way.
Yeah. Sorry, Don. You know she's going to call. Yes, she has a drama llama up there. That's not really a llama this time. Yeah. It'll be a question. Yeah, Sir Brass, that doesn't work. She's on the console, so she's working. Speaking of writing front, I also, parenthetically won an award at Imaginarium, even though I was not there. And that was for an audiobook, which was really done by, all I did was write the book. But the guy that did the audio is the one that really won the award. So he gets the award. I got a picture of it.
Article 2, electors shall meet in their respective states and vote by ballot for two persons, of whom one at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves. Article 2 of the Constitution.
Okay, I missed that one. I'm wrong. Not the first time, won't be last. So, effectively, I did get an award, even though I wasn't there.
He did.
And I'll never see the award.
Hillbilly's got it.
No, I got a picture of it. That's all I'll ever get. Because it'll go to the narrator, which is where it should go.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Electors, at least one of the two candidates cannot be from the same state as the elector. Otherwise, they cannot vote for him. Which, quite honestly, both of us are right.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't specifically say that, but.
Yeah, Jesse, I guess you're right. I get an assist for that one. So there are.
Where's the hardware? Jonna glommed onto both trophies for safekeeping because mental squirrels. So she's on the way back. She's bringing Mike from Kansas, who's going to bunk here because we're having a Racktour Press business retreat next weekend, this upcoming weekend. And
How many people are we going to have for Saturday dinner then?
um,
And it's your turn to cook.
fuck, it is, isn't it?
And so that means you can't cook because you're going to be working.
No, I'll still cook. Also, we brought Robin sent us a bushel of peaches and cream corn.
Oh,
Picked. It was growing in the field yesterday when it was put in a bag. So we have a crap ton of really good corn.
yeah, Rubio would have been a disaster. I agree.
Well, given the amount of butt, I've never heard of Vance before. Given the amount of butt hurt, I think he's a pretty good candidate. Just based on the people that hate his guts.
well, he's a former Marine enlisted, E4. He wrote Hillbilly Elegy,
Mhm.
which is his life story.
And MSNBC's been finding, quote, hillbillies
Yeah.
to call it bullshit for the last week.
He grew up rough. He has made a success of himself. And that's what they hate the most. Because he's the diametric opposite of Trump.
And
And he's married to a Indian
a Hindu
lady, Hindu.
who is apparently has a dorsal fin all out of size for her.
Yeah. And
She-
she am a lawyer.
She is a lawyer with a great, huge dorsal fin.
Yes.
And so apparently a very nice lady when she's not, if you're not in the witness stand. No, and the thing about Vance is this is his first term in office. So he doesn't owe anybody any favors.
Yeah. And Vance is Pro 2A. Yes, that is true.
He doesn't owe anybody any political favors. He's a Marine, so he'll tell the POTUS, that's a damn bad idea, and
Yeah.
he'll stick to it. He's a Marine; he'll stick to it.
Yep.
And plus, he's been a Lance Corporal, and the Lance Corporal Underground represent. Is just as bad. They're honorary members of the E4 Mafia.
Yeah.
Trump better not make a wish in Vance's hearing because he's liable to fine.
Yeah.
I'm again, I don't know a thing about Vance. I don't. I know the right people hate him.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel better. But honestly, nobody should people really shouldn't give a damn. We have invested too much power in the Oval Office. People really shouldn't give a damn about the president.
Yeah.
President should not be for Joe and Jane Public, John Q and Jane Q Public, the who's in the Oval Office shouldn't matter.
No.
Shouldn't.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, Fallon's good old Texas boy. He's from just down the road, literally.
What do you do?
Oh, his questioning was even more blunt than
Oh, on what's her nuts?
AOC, yeah, on Cheadle. Yeah.
Good. Because having all the Joint Chiefs as Mustangs the Joint Chiefs should be Mustangs.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, to me, one of the recommendations to be a Joint Chief of Staff if you had to be a Mustang. You had to be enlisted at one time.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. Ring knockers from the military academies
They're going to protect their own.
they're going to protect their own, and they don't know enough about what happens in the to the enlisted.
No.
I don't know a General One that out of West Point or the Naval Academy, a flag officer, out of any that really knows what happens in enlisted barracks.
We had a CNO a number of years ago, sadly committed suicide because they were questioning his Medal for Valor, which he actually earned. But he was prior enlisted. And an interesting situation came up when he was the CNO concerning the new hospital in Sigonella, Sicily. And the question had been going around about what to name the hospital. And the first baby born there was born to an E4.
Okay. Enlisted tend to breed.
So he, as the CNO, he came down and said, name the hospital for the baby, first baby born. But enlisted, name the hospital for the first baby born. End of statement. Period. Done.
No, I really think for Joint Chiefs, for a commanding general of a division or whatever, okay, you've never had to hump the pig in the field. Okay.
Yeah.
As far as Joint Chiefs ought to have a taste of both sides, both officer and commission sides. So they really should be Mustangs.
That would require someone in power being willing to let a peon get power.
Yeah. That
if you are a ring knocker, the last thing you want is some plebeian.
Yep, I know.
Uh,
Don't
yeah.
care.
Yeah,
Nope.
we had
Don't care.
we got turf to the curb back in the early 90s
Say it isn't so.
under what was called DOPMA, Defense Officer Manpower Planning Act. Specifically prior enlisteds, because we were, quote, taking too many CO slots away from the academy people. And that went across all services. So it would basically came down to if you had more than 2 years enlisted service, you would never be allowed to go back and be a CO because they wanted a 6-year commitment after CO, which, oh, by the way, slotted nicely with academy grads.
Goodness.
So I bailed along with 32 other guys that I knew personally. And we went out the door with over 700 years of experience. And every one of us was number one or number two at our respective commands. And that included folks on the carriers.
I said for Joint Chiefs, I want Joint Chief that's running. He is the HMFIC of that branch.
Yeah.
He should have eaten dirt in his coffee as an E2.
Yeah.
He should have been out there humping the pig, tasting dirt, doing the bullshit stuff, the unnecessary stuff. Enlisted to tell you about the unnecessary bullshit that happens because officers don't know how it.
Yeah.
So if you want to be Joint Chiefs, you've got to be a Mustang. That would be one of my.
Yeah.
Even if you had someone who get that regulation passed, the next crop of graduates from the good schools,
Yeah,
would change it back.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Well, when I say the good schools, I'm not just talking about the academy. The academies. I'm talking about Harvard and Yale and all the others where the elites go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
These things are.
Well, and
I get to be president. I'm going to piss off a whole bunch of people.
3 years later, they actually changed it back. Of course, we were all gone by that point.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny because now, yeah, good point, Rafter. Ward Carroll, in his Punk's War trilogy, makes his thoughts very clear. Yes. Ward is an interesting guy. I'll just leave it at that. But what I've seen in the last 3 years is once again going after Mustangs.
Yeah.
The last 3 Navy COs that have been relieved have all been prior enlisted, so Mustangs.
Well, there's a very quiet.
The Air Force apparently just shit canned an Air Force former enlisted CO 2 days before they were supposed to turn over command.
Yeah. I would. Make me president as commander in chief. I will piss off the military.
Yeah.
But you're a peon, so you have these strict, worthless attitudes that do not need to be promulgated. The masses might think they're actually worth something.
Yeah.
Air Force, you're gonna make warrant officers. They're going to be the pilots.
Yeah.
I don't care. They're warrant officers now. Pilots drive on. Oh, West Point Agreement.
Yep, there's a lot of things that should be
Joint
done.
Chiefs. I don't know. Is this guy up for Joint Chief? Was he enlisted? Nope, not him.
Write about it because it ain't going to happen in real life.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah, piss off the ass kickers and the ring
And
knockers.
I would go through the flag ranks with a scythe. Way too many flag rank. We are way too top heavy. Our military is way too top heavy.
And all of them came up through the non-combat sections.
Way too top heavy.
Yeah, especially in the Army.
No argument there.
President Law Dog, here is the budget, the military budget. All right, well, this line item do a thing to help us fight. Nope, it's out. Well, this line item do a thing to help us kill people and break their shit. Nope, it's out.
Well, thing about it is, the problem is that there will never be a President Law Dog with that kind of authority because,
no,
okay, presidents do not have that much authority in the first place.
As Commander in Chief,
they
you got
act
some.
like they do, but they don't have that much actual authority. And if you were a peon that somehow got there, you'd be like Trump. You'd be under indictment the entire time you were in office. You wouldn't have time to do anything.
yeah, Raptor, that is correct. They have more admirals than they have vessels.
Wow.
And one thing about having admirals, take care, RK, and I hope the doctor's appointment goes well for
Yeah.
him.
Tell Baquedo we're thinking of him.
Yeah. When we went through a realignment, I guess 10, 11 years ago now, in the MPRA community, Maritime Patrol community, one of the things that they bitched about was the fact that we had two admirals in the community, one East Coast, one West Coast. So did everybody else. But the fighter mafia, which controls the CO slots for carriers and everything else, were afraid that they were going to end up with a VP guy, P3 guy, as the CO of a carrier because of progression. Because at that point, we had a 3-star former VP, Harry Harris, and we had a couple of 2-stars in fairly senior roles with manpower personnel. And we had another one that was over at J3 at Joint Chiefs. So they literally maneuvered to shrink the community by getting rid of squadrons and putting one admiral in charge of the entire world.
Again, we're back to one of the things that would improve the military a whole lot is to make the warrant officers pilots,
Yeah.
as Ian was saying, because the fighter mafia, and for that matter, the bomber mafia,
Yeah.
both have way too much influence on too much that's outside their purview.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's
So-
always been true.
Yeah.
The
so-
funny part was, let me finish.
Mhm.
The funny part was that flag bill at immediately got snapped up by the fighter community. And we've wasted another hour of your time, folks.
Oh, 43 people watching and 19 liked it.
Yeah.
What the hell, guys? Seriously? 43 people watching, 19 likes.
Oh,
Have we done something to piss you off?
James, you'll love this, having still dealing with CrowdStrike. It did not affect Southwest Airlines because Southwest Airlines still runs on DOS 3.1.
Commodore 64 is in the basement.
No, they're still on, literally on DOS 3.1, and their interior communications files were all on Windows 95.
Does not surprise me.
Well, if I could run the software I wanted to run off Windows 95, that's what I'd be running.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, folks, remember, don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't pet the sweaty stuff.
Be safe, guys.
We'll see you Thursday. Bye-bye. Yeah. End. Stop. Quit. Go away.
Good.